Hey there, welcome to today's episode. I've been meaning to do this for a little while, and it is to create a sound test for the samplers that I use the most in the studio. Currently, I like to use my MPC 1000, my MPC Live III, my SP404 Mark II, and also Koala Sampler. Now, I've always said it's not the gear that's important, it's what you create with the gear. But there's always been some debate about samplers and sound quality. And sure, if you take a look at something like the SP1200, it has a very distinctive sound. The same might be said for something like the MPC 2000 XL. But for these very modern devices, I just wanted to do a very simple sound test. Now, I've taken 2 kick drums and 2 snare drums, and we're going to see exactly how they sound coming from each device. I've tried to keep as much consistency as possible. So each device was plugged directly into my Roland audio interface. All the files were recorded at 4824-bit, and the only thing I did was trim and normalize each sample just to make sure they were all consistent in terms of the level. Now, the samples themselves are 44.1 in 16-bit. Now, you might be wondering why I wouldn't use a higher quality wave file, but the problem there is that the MPC 1000 only accepts 44.1, and in order for it to be a true test, I didn't want to start playing around with sample rates. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play you through those recordings, and each sample will play twice for each sampler. I also made sure that the video output audio is 4824-bit, and ideally for listening purposes, you either want to be on some nice high-end monitors or a decent set of headphones. Take a listen, let me know what you think, and I'll see you at the end of the video. So there we have it. That is a direct audio test of all of those devices side by side. Now, there are small differences, but I have to say they are small. It's nothing major. I couldn't say that one particular device was far better than another. I feel like they were all pretty close, and with some very minor EQ, you could probably tweak them to sound very similar to each other. I think the biggest thing we can take away from this test is that the gear isn't particularly important. One of these devices might sound slightly better to your ear, but keep in mind we do this day in and day out. The average listener will probably never pick up on any of these slight differences, and so ultimately it doesn't really matter what piece of gear you use. Just find the one that works for you with your workflow and enjoy the process. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care.